Hey everyone, I'm driving to work this morning and I wanted to do a better job of getting some more videos out onto the channel. I know I'm getting some more subscribers, more people are watching, so I want to have more content for you guys. One thing I wanted to do is just have some time to ask you guys questions. You can leave your answers in the comments. So I thought maybe I'd have a topic that we could discuss a little bit. My friend and I were talking via text messages the other day about some of the more annoying or difficult automotive repair projects we've had on some of our various vehicles. He drives a 2006 Chrysler 300 all-wheel drive, so he's got his own set of issues that many of you probably have as well. So he's having trouble with the PCM, I think, some control module, and having a hard time finding a replacement, and so he's having a lot of trouble with that. What I want to know from you is, what is the biggest pain in the neck, the worst repair project you've taken on? And I've got a couple, I think. A lot of you have watched my video for the radiator replacement in the Magnum. That wasn't a huge deal, just took a long time. You've seen my video for the heater core replacement in my 85 Suburban. If you haven't seen that, you should check it out. It's a two-part video. That wasn't a huge issue, except some things broke that were not really replaceable, so I had to get creative and fix them. That wasn't a huge headache either. So little things like that, I can handle that. I expect that with older cars especially. But what have you worked on that after you finished it, or even if you didn't finish it, you said, I'm never doing that again. I will figure out a way to get the money to pay a professional to do that next time. So the first one that I had bought a 1990 Ford Taurus SHO, or show, however you want to say it, for dirt cheap. And it was awesome. Great car. Loved that thing. Really comfortable. Nice interior. It was still in good shape. Had about 100,000 miles on it. This was back in like 2004, I think. So it was 14 years old. Not too bad. That's actually about the same age that my Magnum is right now. And it was really the same kind of car, like a sport sedan. It wasn't a wagon, but it was sporty. It had a lot of pickup. Had a manual transmission, which I wish the Chrysler Dodge LX series cars had something like that going on too. But it was awesome, except it started acting like maybe it needed a new clutch. So I like to do things myself. YouTube was not a thing then, or at least it wasn't for me. So there was a really great online community called SHO Forum. I'm still a member, I think. I haven't had an SHO for a long time, but that community was great. I learned a lot of stuff there. I found a place where I could get a VHS recording of a guy showing you how to replace the clutch in a Ford Taurus SHO. So I bought the video. I got a new semi-racing clutch, which was way more expensive than I needed it to be. And I asked my brother, who was at the time owned a house and had a garage. I said, hey, let me use your garage for the weekend so I can do this job. It's supposed to be, I think, like an 8 to 12 hour job, but that's with a mechanic doing it. So anyway, I got my car up on jack stands. I created, I made a support for the engine so I could actually brace the engine and jack it up a little bit without taking it out completely. And I pulled the transaxle out and worked on this repair all weekend. Didn't get it done, so I had to leave my Taurus in my brother's garage all week while I went back down to the city where I worked, and basically couldn't work on it for a week. And then I had to come back and spend another whole weekend working on it. And it wasn't complicated, it was just time consuming, a lot of bolts that were hard for me to loosen by myself. Not to mention, I had to lift the whole transaxle back into the car by myself, which at the time I was a little smaller than I am now. It was a challenge. So when I got that done, I first of all said, hey, if I needed that done again, I would totally save up the extra $1,000, $1,200 that it would take to pay someone to do that. But then also, I was experiencing some of the same symptoms I had beforehand, which led me to find out, after I had everything put back together, that I had a broken motor mount in that car too, which probably would have, if I would have just done the motor mount to begin with, it would have fixed the issues. So that was a pretty frustrating repair. So the other repair that I would never do again, and thank goodness we don't have this vehicle anymore, so I don't have to, but just in general, I think this type of repair I probably wouldn't do again. The moonroof in my wife's 2005 Jeep Liberty, it didn't just stop working. I had parts fly out of the tracks at me, like plastic parts were like breaking off and shooting out and hitting us while we were closing the sunroof one day. So I determined that I was going to have to replace the whole moonroof assembly, which included the motor, and I found a decent price on it online and got into the repair. That was another whole weekend job. I had to take the headliner and a lot of the interior components completely out and then put them all back in when I was done. And it might have saved me another, again, it might have saved me $1,000, but man, I don't know if it was worth it. And my wife would probably tell you that it wasn't worth it because it took a whole weekend of my time. So the lost time is another big issue. So I like tinkering around on things. I like working on things a little bit at a time and stuff that I can let sit for a while. Like with the Suburban, I don't drive it on a regular basis. I can just work on it as I get the time. But some of those bigger repairs, I think I would be better off taking it to a shop. So tell me what you've got that you've done in the past and you said, never again, man, that is not gonna happen. I will pay the money to have a professional mechanic work on it. Want to hear about it in the comments. If you like the channel, if you like the videos, go ahead and subscribe. Give me the thumbs up on some of them, and we'll keep the videos coming. Thanks a lot. See you guys later.